comedian Jim Norton with the Prince of Darkness, Ozzy Osbourne. This is a special presentation of Jim Norton Obsessed on the Boneyard, only on Sirius XM.
That was Fearless off of Ozzy's new record. We're going to go back to the interview with Ozzy that I did a couple weeks ago, and I was just sitting there. We were just knee to knee talking, and I hope it's sounding interesting to people. And just hopefully in this next segment, I won't be a complete jerk off and once again say it is amazing. It is amazing. Like when you look back as a whole picture, all of the near-death experiences, or people say, "Oh, if life was fair, life's not fair." If life was fair, I'd be dead. I mean, is it right to have survived all of those crazy?
You know what happened to me? I'd survived all kinds of crazy stunts and things. I mean, I'd climb out. I'm afraid of heights. I'd climb up a scaffolding, for 14 floors up or something, on the outside, and then I'll go on my house in England, and I'll get on my quad bike, and I've got 5 miles an hour. I broke my neck, smacked myself up, and I was in a coma for 8 days at 5 miles an hour, which is a kind of poetic justice there somewhere. Right.
To be doing something so seemingly safe and slow, and then to almost be killed by it.
Yeah.
But I mean, you've made it through all of it, and it never ceases to amaze me how you're the guy that when rock stars talk, they bond. I heard Nikki Sixx and Slash did something like we're doing, and their opening discussion was bonding over a crazy Ozzy story.
Yeah.
You're kind of like the go-to guy for rock stars.
Well, I'll just try and be me, I mean, because I sold a lot of records and I had successful TV shows, I'm still me, and I have to answer to me when I look in the mirror. I've had my asshole moments too, but I try and be a better person for me, and my family,
You've also, I remember I saw something you did, I think it was 1990, it was Don't Blame Me, and you said, when I die, they're going to put on my headstone, here lies Ozzy Osbourne, and bit the head off the bat. That's no longer what people associate with you. So my question is, are you do you know that you really are, that's a footnote, some of those crazy quote-unquote things you did, that's a footnote, and now you're known for much different things, the Osbournes and all these better things.
People still ask that dumb question. I mean, people. All I think I've done is walk around the planet looking for things to kill. I mean, I'm an animal lover these days. I have lots of dogs at home. I love my doggies. I
think that's what made people, because people have this image of crazy Ozzy, and then they just see you as a dad, and they see you as a husband.
Do I never watched a show, maybe half an episode. I don't like to watch myself on TV.
I was going to ask you that too. When you hear your music in front of people, for me, watching myself is uncomfortable. If people are in the room, I get very, very. Do you like to listen?
I'm always like, stand up straight. I'm not trying to correct. It gets so bad that when I'm watching myself speak on television, I can't even understand what I'm saying.
So, but you're enjoying the fact, like you're no longer this crazy rock and roll outcast. You're doing Samsung commercials, and you're really loved. And I
don't know what the answer is to that. I mean, I'm glad I'd love to be loved and hated. It's I don't know the answer to these questions because I just am. I just try and do the best I can.
Are you a good? I'm a lousy sleeper. Are you a good sleeper?
No. I take stuff called trazodone, which is an antidepressant.
Oh, what's it do? It knocks you out.
It just it slows my head down because. I don't know you, but when I go to bed, I go, did I do that? Forgot that. What if I write that? What if I forget that? Don't forget tomorrow morning. And my memory, my short-term memory is like gone. I mean, I don't know about you. I'll go upstairs and I go, where the hell did I leave my glasses? And I go down there and I got them in my hand all the time.
Yeah, I've done the same thing. I can remember lines from Raging Bull in 1980, but I can't remember where I put my glasses. I do the exact same thing. So it seems that you come to this point where you got the record and you got the book and you got the the success that you'd be ready just to kind of go enough. You can't stop.
It's like why do if I enjoy it when I'm enjoying it, it's the best place in the world. When I'm not, it's like everything you do. But what am I going to do? I mean, my father when he was alive, he said to me one day, he goes, "They've offered me early retirement. They're going to give me a golden handshake." I go, "What are you going to do?" He said, "I think I'm going to take it because I've always wanted to do the garden." He retired, got the golden handshake, whatever it was. Did the garden, and a year after that, he died because his routine was messed up. It's what I do. I mean, I need the people, I love the people.
To stop move. Richard Pryor said that when he was running on fire. They said, stop. He said, if I stop, I'll die. And it just seems like you feel the same way. If you stop performing...
What's the point? I mean, if I'm bragging my butt on stage to three drunks and a cow in a field, and I've got to be a dummy to go, I think it's time to call it a day. But as long as there's an audience, I'll carry on, you know.
And they're reissuing, which is nice. They're reissuing, I think, Blizzard
and
Diary of a Madman, which they really are just two of the greatest albums ever put
know,
out.
I think back to them and I go, how did that? I mean, that period of time, Randy Rhoads and that period of time was so long ago now, like 28 years ago, and it's like, what happened, you know?
All right, what we're gonna do now. Take a break here. We were talking about the times with Randy, and there's going to be a reissue of Diary of a Madman, Blizzard of Oz. So I wanted to play a couple of tunes off of, I guess, Diary, out of respect for the album. This is one of my favorite songs ever by Ozzy. It's really underrated. I think it's a little long, so it never got the radio play it deserved. But this is You Can't Kill Rock and Roll off Diary of a Madman.